Fox 61 News at 10 starts now.
Another round of strong storms tomorrow. We'll time them out for you coming up.
And a manhunt in Connecticut will tell you what happened inside a local courtroom and who police are looking for tonight.
We had a little rain beginning of the week, keep the dust down, but now we're into it.
Also a tradition in many Connecticut towns, fair season is here. We'll see how farmers are doing at one fair where there are extreme drought conditions right now.
And closing the learning gap, we'll show you how some Connecticut students are getting ready for class after 2 tough years of pandemic education. But we begin with the breaking news tonight. Police are searching for a man who ran out of a Hartford courtroom. Good evening, I'm Sarah Sanchez.
And I'm Ben Goldman. Thanks for joining us here at 10 o'clock. Police now looking for 24-year-old Mariko Ellis after he escaped from the courthouse on Lafayette Street earlier today.
Fox 61's Alicia Machado joins us live in Hartford tonight with the latest on that search. Alicia.
Yeah, Connecticut State Police say that defendant still hasn't been located. Officers and troopers were out searching for 24-year-old Mariko Ellis from Hartford since he fled around noon today from Hartford Superior Court on Lafayette Street. A judicial branch representative tells us Ellis was appearing before a judge who was preparing to raise his bond. But before that could be done, officials say Ellis, sensing his case was not going well, ran out of the courtroom and made it out of the front door, heading toward Park Street. Ellis was not in custody at the time, but was instead in court for 3 separate cases on today's docket. According to online records, one was for illegal gun possession and violation of probation dating back to 2019. The second for possession and sales of narcotics, and a third for charges ranging from assault to gun and drug charges. Now tonight we spoke with a local bail bondsman about the importance of the bond system for those accused of crimes.
It serves 2 purposes. It gives an individual that has been arrested that has a more serious risk assessment the ability to be down on bail while his case is pending, or cases, and it ensures appearance.
Now, when he was last seen, Ellis was wearing a black shirt, black pants, and no shoes, which we're told fell off as he ran out from court. That's according to a Connecticut judicial branch representative. After Ellis fled, the judge ordered re-arrests with bonds nearing $2 million. Now, state police are assisting judicial marshals with this investigation, still an active investigation tonight. Anyone with information is asked to call 911. We're live in Hartford tonight. Alicia Machado, Fox 61 News.
All right, thank you, Alicia, for the update. We're also following some breaking news at 10 in Torrington, where a woman's body is found in a pond. DEEP says first responders located her body at Burr Pond State Park, just off the shoreline of that pond. Paramedics pronounced her dead at the scene. State Environmental Conservation Police are investigating.
Also breaking right now, I-84 in Waterbury shut down because of a multi-car crash. DOT says this is on the westbound side of the highway between exits 22 and 23. Drivers being encouraged to find another way around the highway closure as state police investigate. Stay with Fox 61 for the latest on the breaking news on air, online, and on the Fox 61 News app as well. Tonight at 10, Farmington police investigating after a man wanted on a felony arrest warrant led them on a chase. Police say the 34-year-old suspect drove away from officers when they tried to pull him over. He eventually stopped on Farmington Avenue, ran away before he was arrested. We're told that he rammed into a Farmington police cruiser several times. One officer was taken to the hospital with injuries.
And we have a happy update tonight. A 19-year-old Southington woman is back with her family after she was reported missing for several days. According to Southington police, Nyla Tolo was found in Hartford. She was found sleeping on a park bench. Tolo wasn't hurt, and she was alert when she was found. We're under a weather watch alert tonight as we're tracking the potential for some severe thunderstorms, possibly tomorrow. Let's check with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank. Rachel.
It could get loud again tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, especially between noon to about 10 p.m. So right around this time tomorrow night, the Storm Prediction Center has highlighted the northern half of the state at a level 2 risk for severe storms. It's a 5-level threat scale. It's a level 1 risk in southern Connecticut. What this basically means is the chance for severe weather is a a little bit higher for the northern half of the state. It's still possible, though, for southern areas. That threat is just deemed to be a little lower. The primary risk that they're issuing that for is the chance for damaging winds, but also very heavy rainfall over a short period of time. And while there is a chance for a shower or storm in spots in the morning, again, I think that risk gets higher as we head through the afternoon. These will be scattered, though. Some towns will get very heavy rainfall and nasty thunderstorm, and others may just get little or nothing, maybe even just a few sprinkles. And again, these will come through in a few different rounds starting in the afternoon and continuing into the evening before tapering off right around this time tomorrow night. After that, we dry things out for the weekend. Your full forecast coming up.
Thank you. And to stay on top of the forecast, be sure to download the Fox 61 News app. You can get weather alerts sent right to your phone and get important updates, especially if you lose power.
Well, new at 10, the weather was nice and clear for the return of what's considered the oldest agricultural fair in the U.S. The Brooklyn Fair is helping kick off fair season in our state this year, but it comes as the region is in the middle of an extreme drought. Fox 61's Gabby Molina joins us live in Brooklyn tonight. She's telling us if this ongoing drought is making it tougher for farmers and the fair. Gabby.
Sarah, the Brooklyn Fair is here. It is back 172nd year. Today was the first of 4 days that this fair is going to be going on. And as an agricultural fair, the people here have certainly noticed the lack of rain. Celebrating its 172nd year, the Brooklyn Fair is back this weekend.
It's very country, it's very friendly, you meet all the people that you used to see, and it's very agriculturally based.
That means many people attending have certainly felt the impacts of the lack of rain this summer, especially here in eastern Connecticut, which is now experiencing an extreme drought.
People had display flowers and things like in the home and garden department. I think they've had to be a little more choosy about what they wanted to bring to enter in the contest, and the same with vegetables and stuff.
Sunshine is good news for the fair itself, though, which welcomes thousands of people from Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and more each year.
We had a little rain beginning of the week, keep the dust down, but now we're into it.
The Brooklyn Fair also marks the beginning of the bulk of fair season, a time many people say they look forward to all year. For the games and rides,
riding the glider ride over there,
and of course, the food.
I just had a candy apple. I really like the fried Oreos too.
With plenty of opportunities for family fun.
Oh, it's a great place to come. I mean, we try to be as different as we can be every year, but still keeping the same traditions we've always had.
And people are encouraged to enjoy the fair safely. The local health department put out an advisory for people to not eat or drink near the animals and to wash their hands often to make sure to keep everyone healthy and keep the fair fun. Live in Brooklyn, Gabby Molina, Fox 61 News.
All right, Gabby, thank you. Well, while millions of Americans may be excited to get thousands of dollars in student loan debt relief, there are plenty of questions tonight about how exactly that'll work. The White House looking to answer many of those questions after President Biden's announcement yesterday. To recap, if you make less than $125,000 a year, you can have $10,000 in federal loans forgiven, or $20,000 if you have Pell Grants. This includes undergraduate and grad school loans.
This is a smart, fiscally balanced approach to deal with an issue that does indeed cripple families.
Now, there will likely be legal challenges, with some arguing that Congress holds the power to forgive debts, not the president. Meanwhile, progressives say that Biden's plan doesn't go far enough to relieve the burden of student loan debt, especially on black borrowers who owe a disproportionate amount of money. Coming up tonight at 10:30, our Verify team will explain what the debt forgiveness plan means for students who are still in college right now. Meanwhile, new at 10 tonight, with some Connecticut kids in school and others waiting for classes to start, the state says that students haven't caught up to where they're supposed to be in their education.
And a new study from the state education department out today is looking into how the pandemic has made it tougher for kids to learn. Fox 61's DeAndrea Turner spoke with parents about this study. She was in New Britain, where there was a back to school bash today. So what did parents tell you, DeAndrea?
Well, that's right. The all-around message was that they're excited and they're ready to be back to school. And when I spoke to teachers as well, they say that they're just waiting to get back and get to work. Little Eli is dancing his way into pre-K while his mom is dancing into her 3rd grade classroom.
I am so excited to be back. It's probably our first normal year since everything has happened, so I can't wait to meet my new group of kids.
And the kids and parents in the New Britain School District are excited for the new year.
Just get to have new experiences in person with their friends and their teachers.
I'm excited for 5th grade and finally using a protractor.
To kick off the school year, hundreds of parents and students showed up to the Back to School Bash at Walnut Hill Park, where they gave out school supplies and uniforms.
This is a great showing of New Britain. The New Britain parents, the New Britain kids, our partners, our staff. New Britain's ready for our kids.
This school year, teachers and students will continue to catch up to the pre-pandemic learning levels. The Connecticut State Department of Education released last school year's state assessments. The data shows that the rates of academic growth is increasing, but students in grade 4 and 5 may be 2 to 3 months behind their expected performance had there not been a pandemic. And 6th through 8th grade students may be 5 to 7 months behind in ELA and a year or more behind in math.
Because of COVID, obviously kids are behind, but the teachers in this district are some of the best I've ever met, and we're going to work hard to get them where they need to be.
And students are ready.
We're going to go to school, we're going to learn, and we're going to have some fun, right?
Yes, sir.
We'll talk about that excitement. And another thing that happened at this event is their community partners. They gave out between 500 backpacks and 500 meals today. In the studio, DeAndrea Turner, Fox 61 News.